Hello and welcome back. Once again, I am TurboJUK, and with me is my good buddy, JonoD.
Hello, I am back again.
So, today it is the Trouble with Trains 2, twice the length of the original.
Yes, and actually the first Trouble with Trains video I actually ever saw.
Ah.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about it.
Likewise. So, let's get to it. Once again, copyright people, please ignore this music in the intro.
Yeah, I'm sure Luxembourg and Liechtenstein and all the others really like that intro.
I haven't noticed yet, thankfully.
Wait a minute, that person on the platform, was that Ghost?
It could be, commuting, making more capital. We've got a proper minifig for him now. No, but you dismantled the boiler on that train. It's going to need a new ticket now.
He's almost finished it, apparently.
That's what happens when you go for a cheap overhaul.
Well, this is a complete overhaul.
Oh yeah, properly explaining what happened to Reggie last time and why he was taken away in an ambulance.
Yeah, and he's also got a nice new uniform as well.
Yeah, very dapper.
Very clean.
There's Neon waiting on the end of the platform there.
Oh yeah, and so he is.
So this time the railway is starting to look like a proper railway. Yeah,
It
got
actually pulls up to a station, and yeah,
it's got the length to go with it. It's not quite there yet, though.
they must have had one huge grant of funding to extend it so much.
Yeah. This is the first video to introduce Lego characters having expressions.
And it works really well.
Yeah, it's a very simple program. It's, not proper Photoshop quality, but it's pretty good for what it was at the time.
It's convincing enough.
Nice bit of Gordon's theme. It works so well for the Metroliner.
It's become the motif of it, hasn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. I want to sort of introduce motifs for engines and characters and that.
What a wonderful day for a drive.
I love the engine noise of this car.
My sister still thinks that's hilarious.
That railway is very close to the edge of that precipice.
Yeah, it's probably the best way, probably the best place to throw your rubbish out the window.
This expression here is absolutely golden. That one right there. I love it.
Oh, no.
What's he doing to the bonnet there? It looks like he's trying to play the piano on it.
Maybe he's trying to beat it open. This scene lasts way too long, but I couldn't help it. I wanted to get with the length of the music, which I love. This is one of my favourite songs from Wallace & Gromit. Oh, here we go. That is such a realistic train crash, it's actually quite scary.
I know, it's really good, actually. It is really, really good.
I storyboarded it, actually, for once. I never storyboarded my videos before, but I actually sort of did a trial run of it. It's like, when I got my camera and just sort of ran through with it. But the finished version actually ended up being much more realistic, because the car actually rips the bogie off.
Oh, that's cool.
Sound effect from Camberwick Green, for those who didn't know, which is probably all of you.
On the plus side, considering the train, pretty much completely dismantled itself, that auto mechanic has done a pretty good job in getting it back on the rails.
Yeah, and he's managed to get going a lot quicker than Nubby's managed to get the steam engine going. Counting it from my hand.
Oh my god, Neon has eyes.
Yeah. This will be the last time you ever see a clay character with eyes. Oh look, there's my horrible handwriting! Tap Hut, der owner.
Complete disaster. Worse than what happened almost 3 months ago. I'm sorry, sir, but it's not our fault. Yes, I know that.
Topper has a very, very big office.
It's a temporary office, considering you get a new one in the next video. And strangely, this office is much bigger. Oh, shout out to Soda Island Forums, who I shared a lot of my videos with back then. I actually got a few people from Soda Island to be in my videos now.
There's no money. And if there's no money, there's no railway. Dear Lord, this is serious. It's lucky it was a 1205 that crashed.
It's a very plain background though.
We've been screwed.
It's just a cardboard box I cut up and reused later on in the video.
He's also got one hell of a view out his window.
Yes,
We need time to find a new train.
the wonderful scenery of Wall.
So go out and buy me a new engine before tomorrow, or we're all fired. Okay? That's one star.
I also seem to notice that Reggie becomes progressively less afraid of Top Hat, doesn't he? And he does enjoy more or less rubbing in how simple he is.
Yeah, Top Hat's not a great businessman, and that it turns out, and Reggie knows he can make fun of that. Because on the railway, if there's something you can be made fun of, then everyone will make fun of you for it.
Diesel, electric, Lego,
All of these engines, lots of them have been sold now.
L gauge, Tegelo, Brio, ARTL.
One of them has a face.
Yes, I was going to say, is there a reason that one has a face?
It was actually a shout out to a friend of mine, the Railway Inspector, on YouTube, because he used the same engine in his videos, and he used little paper faces on them for his videos. So I just thought, I'll give him a little shout out, and did the same with mine.
Yeah, why not?
Now this diesel engine, in the earliest version of the video, it was meant to reappear later on, like towards the end.
What would it have done?
I can't think now. It's something ridiculous.
Gauge, but I suppose this hat could fix that.
Yeah, you're gonna sell that really well, Top Hat. No, Top Hat? You're not Top Hat, you're Hermann, the German stereotype.
Who's not actually German?
The canonicity of that video is debatable.
I see.
Moving right along. I don't think.
I like those little Great Western engines.
Way too big.
I know, they're quite cute.
Or small. Absolutely not.
I agree with you guys.
Got any 9-volt?
Is there a reason you put that one in?
Lots of people do say, "Oh, will Thomas come to the Desk Railway?" No, he won't,
Well,
because it's a railway.
where we can get one.
9. They're hard to come by.
Oh yeah, and this is again a prime example of how it's more like a real railway, but it's not quite there yet. As they're talking about Lego trains and their control methods. Whereas,
Just getting there.
oh, you broke the phone.
Hello. Wingsted Hall.
Hello. I have a message for his lordship.
I suppose I should point out, I said this is the first video that introduces, expressions and lip sync, but it's inconsistent.
Certainly.
I have actually thought a very interesting possible plot hole.
Oh yes.
So right here we see Herman has called up the Lord to try and arrange Bessie to come along.
Oh yes.
Yes. And then sure enough, the next day, when he actually turns up, he greets Top Hat saying, "Hello, my dear friend." Why didn't Top Hat just call him straight away?
Ah.
If they were that close friends. Have I ruined the scene now?
You certainly made me think more about the writing behind this.
From the Desk Railway asking if they can borrow Bessie.
And painting.
Yes, I believe it's in the Tate Modern now.
I still owe him a favour. If we're the
I'm sure you could actually put one of those things in the same model and people would think it's an actual piece of
Well,
art.
given the crap you see in art galleries nowadays,
train needing 15 meg and they're so long.
What's Red holding there?
it's supposed to be like a pocket watch, but it looks more like a pancake.
Lost in the magic railway.
Or a banana?
And that
Oh yeah, and for everyone who's commented on this video about Thomas the Magic Railroad, I saw it when I was 9 years old when the film came out, and I honestly thought it was one of the worst films I'd ever seen. I still think it's one of the worst films I've ever seen.
now
Is The Room better?
The Room is a much better film than Thomas the Magic Railroad, because at least you can have fun with The Room.
Indeedy.
Food Fight is better. I said,
Oh, that's low.
Yeah, I said it, and I stand by it.
train means no money, and no money means no job, and no job means no pay, and no pay
Repeated
means no
frames.
coke, cola or smokeless fuel. Neither actually.
Oh, he had a lot of stuff in his face there.
Yeah, there's lots of flour. You have some interesting hobbies, Neon.
Well, not bad enough. Let's go get completely
Smoky funnel.
and try to score some birds. A load of
Mm.
crystal. Enough drug weapons with your junky shithead.
Oh, we're just making it blatant
Go to the
there.
hospital, forward sort of girl.
Turning wheels go clickety-clack.
Very fun reference there.
I couldn't get that shot long enough. It annoys me.
Look, there it is.
As they were just running it up and down this length of track in the background there.
Here it is.
It's much bigger here than it is in Chigley.
Belbra, my dear friend. How is everything?
My dear friend.
Yes, indeed, and they both have the same face.
No, but I'm hoping
They do actually have the same face, although very different hairdo.
Yeah, Top Hat's completely bald.
Oh yeah, Top Hat has no hair, doesn't he?
The Top Hat's probably jealous.
train is due in 5 minutes. Oh dear, we've lost that
Top Hat wishes he was more like Brackett, who just has blue tack wrapped around his head.
driver. That'll be me. Well, good luck.
Oh, Lord Belba, you're clearly a Jedi. Oh yeah,
Forced.
continuity! Bessie has a different funnel now.
Indeed it does. A very good 5-minute repair job.
It was between the last scene and this one, I'd bought that signal box and the accompanying signal which I designed. And I intentionally got extra little round pieces so I could actually fix that funnel issue. Neon's
We actually see Neon riding as well.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Neon's involvement with the desk railway just sort of grew across the course of the video. He was standing on the platform at the start, then he turns up in the next scene, and in the next scene, and now he's on the footplate. Well, I don't think when I started writing that I intentionally had the idea of him working on the railway.
He had 40 whole pence there.
Money was worth a lot more in these old videos. It's like Mr. Director saying, this time next year, I'll have £10.
But on the final day, everything changed.
Everything always changes, doesn't it? Microsoft
Indeed.
Sam. Master Chief. Well, I thought you'd learnt, mate. Driving around the railway line is not good for you. And how do you drive in the full body cast?
I was going to say, what's you wrapped up in?
Alcoholics Anonymous are giving out.
I kind of regret trying to make this guy like Butthead. I've been watching Beavis and Butthead at the time. Oh, I'm so sorry, people. This is really dating the film.
I was going to say, is this another thing you're very sorry for including?
In a way, yeah. I sort of fell for the Crazy Frog thing back at the time. It was an earworm. And that was my ringtone on that phone. Whoa, hello. Where'd that thing
What did
come
he actually hit there?
It was... I think it was just a piece of Lego Technic, like it came from Barnacle, but I don't know where exactly it would have come from in universe. Behold, my super realistic backhead.
What could possibly go wrong?
Tempting fight. I know you love the first Crash, but that is my absolute favourite in this.
Oh dear.
You just had to say that, didn't you?
And another brilliant expression by Reggie there.
Yes, and then we transition into my least favourite scene in the entire film.
Yeah.
The writing and the lip sync is terrible in this sequence. It just opens up plot holes.
5 minutes. Also, I'm not sure Bessie will be able to pull the coach.
And here we go. Because suddenly, Bessie's been pulling 2 coaches this whole week just fine. Then she pulled a single overloaded coach, and now she can't pull it.
Well, we'll give it a try. Good man. But no dilly-dallying or
Oh, I hate this lip sync, it's cringeworthy.
So, does he turn into a huge green man with oversized muscles?
I've never actually met Jim 522. Is he actually very angry?
No, he's a very pleasant man, actually.
Like that? I know Bessie won't be able to pull that coach all the way, but we've got to try and see how far she'll manage.
There we go. Now,
Oh, best of Monster and Live
yeah, and they're enormous, and... What is the monster? The monster seems to have been horrified by something.
Smoke.
Yes, I had the idea of burning incense in the background.
Right away.
Suddenly, Blue is with them.
Girl, you can do
And Neon looks very worried there, I notice.
He does.
Flowers.
You left your guard behind.
Now what? The Sith members won't like this. You know, I'm just gonna give up and go.
Oh,
What's that?
ooh, what is this?
Oh my goodness, Reggie is about to go beyond the desk.
It can be done. Goodbye, cool
And
world.
he falls all that distance and is absolutely fine.
And he manages to open the bonnet when that other guy couldn't. And he makes a ridiculous face. All I can think of was I was trying to go for a video game reference, almost like Zelda.
Yeah, I was going to say it's very Zelda.
Yeah.
How did Neon get down here?
Magic.
Just kidding.
Oh wow, Reggie says that very kawaii desu.
Weeb.
Do you think we should do some tests first?
I think I was meant... That voice was meant to be a cameo appearance from someone, but they never replied. So I just thought, sod it, I'll do it myself.
Fair enough. What's playing on TV there?
It was... I know I bashed Thomas earlier, but I actually had Thomas and Friends on in the background. It was Series 3. Oh look, it's finished.
He did actually finish it, well done.
How fast are we going? What? How fast are we going?
How many people are going to recognise what this is meant to be a reference to?
For those who don't know, and I think I know this, this is the Mallards record attempt, isn't it?
Yes, that was the driver's audio of the driver, and this music was taken from a documentary that I grew up watching. First, early appearance of Stan, another driver on the Desk Railway back then.
That was incredible! We showed that even in tough situations, we can make it through without raising so much as a
He's standing on something.
sweat. We raised a sweat on that last run.
Ooh, has Neon been impaled there?
I've got something warm in my
It's probably just the way that the backhead was digging into him. Oh,
For your
oh
ingenuity,
favourite line.
I'm giving you 2 a raise. Really? No! Now get back to work.
You're such a bastard.
Excellent business sense, sir.
The very next day, full steam locomotive arrived back on the railway looking as good as new.
There has to be something about occupying block sections here.
He was refueling and taking
Two engines on the same line.
while the metro liner remained on the railway.
One of them admittedly blocked off with a piece of Lego to stop him from moving forward. And now he's off to go run down Bessie.
Yay! Because I'm sure, yeah, with a big engine, yeah, I think that would probably happen.
Probably crush Bessie.
Similar situations should occur in the future.
See, folks, this is what happens when you try and jump the lights at the level crossing.
So just in case, he thought a smart new tank engine on that level yesterday.
I was thinking about the sequel here.
Anything troubles.
Indeed. So, how far ahead were you thinking about the sequel? Because, of course, there is Max and there is his father.
That's another story.
Very hard to say.
Oh, Ristar.
One of my favourite Mega Drive games.
And it has an amazing credits theme too.
Amazing soundtrack in general. And we hear a lot of that in the next video. Many.
What font is that anyway?
It's... I think it's pronounced Anberghand, however you say it. I've been watching Homestar Runner all the time back when I made these videos, like religiously. And they use this font for Strong Bad's handwriting. I found it and started using it a lot myself.
I was gonna say it reminds me of another font. I can't remember for life what it is. Probably Papyrus or something like that. But I don't know. It's nice.
Yes. Unlikely to see a skeleton named Anberg or something like that. Oh yeah.
You never know what might happen.
Yeah. Such a slow credits theme. But it's nice.
Thanks of YouTube.com for their support. How many subscribers did you have back then, do you think?
I couldn't say. Probably only just 1,000. This is back when YouTube was more supportive environment instead of somewhere where people are constantly doxing each other.
That was a very nice sort of cosy ending shot there as well. I quite like that.
Yes, it's hard to describe it any other way, I think.
Yeah, it's cosy. It ties it up really nicely.
So, Trouble with Trains 2. What do you think?
I really enjoyed Troubled Trains 2. It really kind of took what was there in Troubled Trains 1, which was, I suppose you could say, quite a small, you could almost call it quite a self-contained video, but this kind of turned it into more of a universe, didn't it?
Yeah, expanding on the lore of it almost.
Yeah, that's right. So we actually get to see it as a railway, for example. We actually get to see other people who are working on it. We get introduced to Top Hat. It's Top Hat's debut in this.
I did need sort of a Fat Controller-esque figure that wasn't the Fat Controller.
Was that basically your brief for it? Fat Controller, but not Fat Controller?
In a way, yeah. I mean, he's got the attire for the Fat Controller, at least.
Yes, he does. He's got a very similar sort of outfit, doesn't he?
Yeah. Except he's just Top Hat is simply just a very outdated, old-fashioned person who seems to think that he's better than everyone because he wears his hat and has his moustache.
Yes, and has money.
Not a lot of it, though.
No, evidently not.
So, any closing thoughts, John?
I don't really have any sort of closing thoughts on that. Again, it's more of a thing that we covered everything pretty well in the video. But yeah, it's because I remember after this one there was a lot of hype for the video which was to come, which was the Troubled Trains 3, which I remember you making, but we'll cover that in more details in the next commentary, I'm sure.
Yes,
but
indeed.
yeah, I remember that there was a lot of buzz after this one came out with the Troubled Trains 3. Think people saying that, oh my god, it's actually coming, all that kind of stuff.
Essentially. So, for now, I shall bid you all adieu and see you for the Troubled Trains 3. Farewell.